Welcome to News Nexus. Some crimes leave behind a trail of evidence that leads to the truth, but others? They remain mysteries, chilling, unresolved, and forever haunting those who dare to look deeper. From bizarre deaths to cryptic messages, these cases continue to baffle investigators and terrify the world. Before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you never miss an update on the world's strangest and most intriguing mysteries. Now, let's begin. Number 10. The Boy in the Box. In 1957, a young boy was found lifeless inside a cardboard box in the woods of Philadelphia. His body was covered in bruises, malnourished, and showed signs of prolonged abuse. Yet, no missing child reports matched his description. Investigators discovered that the box had once contained a bassinet, leading them to believe it was purchased by a new mother. Some speculated he was the victim of a child trafficking ring, while others believed he was an unwanted child disposed of in the cruelest way imaginable. For decades, his identity remained a mystery. Then, in 2022, through advanced DNA technology, the boy was finally identified as Joseph Augustus Zarelli. But the person responsible for his death remains unknown. Imagine an innocent child abandoned in the cold, his short life filled with suffering, and no one to claim him. Even with his name known, justice remains elusive. Number 9. The Hinterkaifeck Murders. A remote farmstead in Bavaria became the scene of one of the most terrifying unsolved crimes in history. In 1922, 6 members of the Gruber family were brutally murdered with a mattock. What made this case even more disturbing was that the killer didn't flee immediately. Neighbors reported seeing smoke from the farmhouse chimney for days after the killings. The animals were fed, and someone appeared to be living in the house. Among the corpses, even before the murders, the family had noticed strange footprints in the snow leading to the house, but none leaving. Despite extensive investigations, no suspect was ever found. Some former farmhands seeking revenge, while others thought it was someone with deep ties to the family, but the truth remains buried with them. The thought of a murderer living in the house, eating, sleeping, and tending to the farm, while the victims lay lifeless inside, makes this case one of the creepiest mysteries of all time. Number 8. The Case of the Smiling Man. In 2012, 2 men were found dead on a hillside in Brazil, their faces covered with lead masks. They were dressed in suits, wearing waterproof coats and lying side by side. A strange handwritten note was found near them. It read, 1630. Be at the agreed place. Swallow capsules after effect is felt. Wait for the signal. There were no signs of trauma, no indication of foul play, and toxicology reports found no poisons in their systems. Some believe the men were attempting some kind of scientific or paranormal experiment that went terribly wrong. Others think they were part of an elaborate hoax or secret society. What were they waiting for? And why were their eyes covered? It was as if they expected to see something beyond human comprehension. Number 7. The Icebox Murders. In 1965, Houston police conducted a welfare check on Fred and Edwina Rogers after family members couldn't contact them. When officers arrived, they found the house eerily clean, but something seemed off. Inside the refrigerator, they made a horrifying discovery. The couple's dismembered bodies had been neatly placed inside, their organs removed. Their son, Charles Rogers, was missing, and immediately became the prime suspect. Charles was an intelligent man, fluent in multiple languages, and had once worked for the U.S. government. Some believe he was involved in covert operations and had to disappear. Others say he had a mental breakdown and committed the crime before vanishing. To this day, he has never been found. Did he flee? Was he eliminated by a larger force? Or did he suffer the same fate as his parents? The truth remains frozen in time. Number 6. The Zodiac Killer. One of the most infamous unidentified murderers in history, the Zodiac Killer terrorized California in the 1960s and 70s. He taunted police with cryptic letters and coded messages, some of which took decades to crack. He claimed to have killed at least 37 people, but only 5 murders were officially linked to him. He played mind games with the police and the media, daring them to stop him. In 2020, one of his ciphers was finally solved by a group of amateur cryptographers, but it provided no useful clues to his identity. Was he a lone predator or part of a larger conspiracy? Even today, his identity remains a mystery. A killer who played mind games with the police and the public and could still be out there. Number 5. The Dyatlov Pass Incident 9 experienced hikers set off on an expedition in the Ural Mountains in 1959. Days later, they were found dead under mysterious circumstances. Their tent had been slashed open from the inside, their bodies scattered across the snow, some with crushed bones, others with burns, and one missing her tongue. There were no signs of struggle, no external wounds that explained the internal injuries. Radiation was detected on their clothing, and some victims had expressions of terror frozen on their faces. What could have caused their panic? Theories range from a secret military experiment gone wrong to an unknown force in the wilderness, but no theory fully explains the horror that unfolded that night. Number 4. The Ketty Cabin Murders. In 1981, a small vacation cabin in Ketty, California, became the site of a brutal mass murder. A mother, her teenage son, and a family friend were tied up, beaten, and stabbed repeatedly. The mother's young daughter was abducted, her remains found years later. Despite evidence of multiple suspects and a bloody footprint left at the scene, no one was ever charged. Investigators believe the crime was personal, but the exact motive remains unknown. The eeriest part? The walls were covered in strange markings, almost as if the killer had left a message that no one could understand. Number 3. The Black Dahlia Murder. Elizabeth Short, an aspiring actress, was found mutilated in Los Angeles in 1947. Her body was cut in half, drained of blood, and arranged in a disturbing pose. Her killer had carved a chilling smile into her face. Despite a high-profile investigation, no suspect was ever arrested. Some believe it was the work of a skilled surgeon due to the precise dismemberment. Others think it was the act of a deranged admirer or a serial killer. Her case remains one of Hollywood's darkest and most horrifying unsolved crimes. Number 2. The JonBenet Ramsey case. A 6-year-old beauty queen found dead in her own home, a ransom note demanding money, and a crime scene that left more questions than answers. The murder of JonBenet Ramsey in 1996 shocked the world. But to this day, no one knows who did it. Was it an intruder? A family member? Theories abound, but justice has never been served. Number 1. The Villisca Axe Murders. A family of 8, including 6 children, was brutally murdered in their sleep in 1912. The killer had waited in their attic before striking. He left behind no clues except a bloodied axe and a disturbing message scrawled on the wall. Was it a drifter, a local, or someone with a hidden motive? The case remains one of America's greatest mysteries. These cases remain open wounds in the world of crime investigation. Which one haunts you the most? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon for more deep dive investigations right here on News Nexus.